Hey guys, just a quick update on the GT140. Got a couple of bits to do to it since the last meeting at Frittenden. So got a couple of changes to make to the bike to get myself a bit more comfortable on it. So I've been chatting to Chris still about sort of my riding style and you know, how I got on at that meeting. So I need to sort of sit down on the bike a bit more and raise it up a bit because I'm 6'2" and the bike's a little bit small for me seat height wise, so we're going to have a play with that. Also got a couple of little problems to fix which I'll show you in a sec. So I noticed that a bit of free play in the head bearings after the meeting when I was giving it a wash, so got to sort that. So I've replaced, got a new one up in the top there, replaced that, and that all is good, went in there nicely. The old one was a bit too wide, so it's sitting slightly prouder here, so when you basically did up the top clamp like so, it was binding the you know, front headstock up. So anyway, put a new one in, didn't check the bottom one because I thought that was okay, but come and check this out. So that was the old top bearing I took out, and it was too thick, it needed to be 8mm thick, and this one's 12, so we put a new one of those in. And this was in the bottom, so no wonder it had a bit of free play. Look at the state of that. Totally smashed to bits. So anyway, I don't think that's been replaced for a hell of a long time in the bike, so cleaned it all out and I've got a new one arriving today, but you can see why it had a bit of play in it, because it's absolutely knackered. So that's a little job to do, and then we'll get the front end back on it. And then the other thing we're going to do is look at getting a slightly longer seat for it. This is a speedway style seat, so speaking to Chris, I need to sort of sit further, and Mitch actually, he said exactly the same thing. So what I need to do is put a slightly longer seat on it and sit further forward on the bike in the corners, and sit down rather than sort of stand up on the foot peg. So we're going to look at doing that, and also sort of raise the seat up slightly. And then also something Chris suggested was trying to raise the whole of the bike up a bit. So we're going to wind some more preload on the rear spring. There's no adjustment on the frame, as you can see. The shock points are fixed, so it's either fit a longer shock, or for the cheaper option obviously is just to wind some more preload in and get that ride height up when I'm sat on it. And yeah, on the front end there's not really a lot of adjustment I can do, to be fair. I can't move the you know, the forks up and down the triple clamps. They're all, you know, obviously set by that bolt at the top there, and there's little adjustment on the side. So I'll have a chat with a couple of lads, see if there's anything I can do with the front end to raise it up a touch, but I think I'm fairly limited as to what I can do on that. So we'll have a play with the rear ride height, get that up a touch, and then get this longer seat on it, and then should be a bit more comfortable on it. So once I've found a suitable seat, we'll get that sorted. Other thing I need to do is drill a hole in there and get the this tank is not quite correct for this frame, so we're just going to re-drill a hole in there and put a bolt through that to secure the tank properly. And then the carb, I've already had that apart and cleaned that out, and just it flooded a couple of times where the floats got stuck in it, so I've had the floats out and the little valve and clean that all out, so that should be fine going forward really. But got little developments on it, and I'll sort of report back once I've got a bit further down the line with it, and sort of show you what I've done. So the lower headstock bearings arrived. There's only $1.99 from Wiggle, which is a online cycling shop. So we'll get that out here, and you can see the height difference. So that's the correct bearing it should have there, and that was the top one that was in it, so obviously it was all just squashing itself, and that's probably why that bearing failed like it did. It had the wrong ones in it really. But anyway, cheap simple fix. So £4 in bearings, and I'll put it all back together now. Right, so that's the new bearings in the headstock, and that's all free, and there's no play in it anymore, which is brilliant. And I don't know if you can see, but I put two little paint pen marks there and there on the handlebars. So obviously when you're taking the bike apart, doing maintenance, etc., you can get your bars exactly back in the right spot as you had them in the first place. So another top tip from your old buddy Mark. Right, so I've been busy working on the house for the last week, so I haven't really done much on this, but it's all pretty much ready to go for the weekend. So the next meeting's at the Classic Grasstrack meeting, so looking forward to that. A couple of little jobs from last time. So I've raised the seat up a bit at the front, so a couple of spaces in there, as you can see. It's a nice easy job. We'll give that a try, so it's a bit easier for me to sit down in the corners, as that I think will help my corner speed. And carb etc. is being cleaned, oil changed, that sort of thing. and then I've just done this. So one of the scrutineers picked up last time was the fact that this isn't quite the right tank for this frame. That's normally the tank mounting bolt. You can see there that the rubbers are up here. So instead of drilling another hole in the frame, which I didn't want to do, I made up these little carbon adapters there, as you can see, so they pick up on the original mounting point. And I've re-drilled the tank and done that through there. So the tank is nice and secure now and I won't get picked up by scrutineering. We did a quick fix last time by putting a cable tie through there and through the bolt hole on the other side. And then just to neaten things up a bit, on the other side there, I've just put a little clip from a pit bike engine and put a cable tie around it so we can obviously keep the cables all nice and secure and out the way. So that's that done. So yep, it's all ready to go. Now I've just got to chuck the covers on it, give it a wipe over, and then we're ready to rock. Oh, one other little update I did was, instead of these being held on with cable ties and flapping everywhere, I've got some rubber mounted P-clips there off eBay, and then just some pretty blue washers. So that's obviously a lot more secure now, the number boards, rather than sort of rattling around. So yeah, we're good to go. So I'll report back on Sunday once I've had a play with the GT140 boys again. Catch you soon.